So here we have the winter quarters for the chickens, and here is the ventilation. And this is now going to be used during the summer to grow vegetables. So the chickens come out around about May, and then the ground is used and the manure for the chickens right up through the summer to grow vegetables for the family. And of course, surplus vegetables that can be either sold or for other members of the family. But it is a most incredible unit. But of course, by using this and growing vegetables during the summer, it has a double use. The chickens will fertilize the ground, and of course that fertilization is being used while the chickens are out on the land. Now that to me is incredible biodiversity with reference to the use of this greenhouse come chickens quarters. This is a ditch for drainage through to the ditch.
We have just made it. We made a cheap variant when we have just made the
Around, yeah.
Around, yeah. And now,
Yeah.
but I need to take a bigger here, and they need to flatten it out so it's the rainwater will come to the ditch instead of going inside.
Yeah, but
Because
what?
it's very wet in there.
Yeah, yeah. And here is the chickens now. But of course, all of this manure underneath is what is going to be growing the vegetables. And it actually, the heat through there, it actually looks really quite good with this innovation of the chicken feeders, which is simply a 4-inch sewage tube, and the nest boxes at the end. Nest boxes coming out of the summer unit and into the winter unit. Really is a good way of doing it. And of course the chickens right up the top, thoroughly enjoying themselves. But of course this is now going to be ploughed up and the seeds put in. Well, here we are on a most beautiful morning, a Saturday morning here in Hagfors Kommun. And the chickies are just about to be fed, and their eggs are just about to be collected. But the most interesting part of what I want to show you today is a diversification of the greenhouse, but it's actually the hen house, because during the winter the hens are sleeping in here. But of course during the summer this greenhouse becomes literally a growing house for tomatoes and cucumbers. And then during the summer they harvest just like the eggs, of course slightly differently, but it's produce for the community. And just look at the tomatoes. We're not talking about 1 or 2, we're talking about thousands upon thousands. Greenhouse for the chickens in the winter, and the growing space for the tomatoes during the summer. We're going to walk along here now and just look at the tomatoes. Automatic watering, and of course we are talking about Hagfors Kommun. Yellow tomatoes, red tomatoes, and the smell of tomatoes is wonderful in this greenhouse. Big beef tomatoes, little cherry tomatoes, totally beautifully organic. Remembering in a few months' time, the chickens will be sleeping in here. Row after row after row of tomatoes. And of course, then we get down to the giant cucumbers. And we are talking about giant cucumbers. Look at the size of these cucumbers. These are not normal cucumbers. These are monsters. This one here is probably 1/2 meter long. Incredible cucumbers. Ready, soon to be taken out to the markets. Fascinating and beautiful. You can come here on a Sunday, literally picking your own cucumbers. A fascinating diversification and use of this building. Chickies in the winter, cucumbers and tomatoes in the summer. This is how the farmers work here in Hagfors Kommun. So here we are, we're walking over to the chickies. These are the new chickens. Last year there was brown chickens with brown eggs. This year it's white chickens with white eggs. And they're waiting for the farmer. This is the manure on the ground from where the chickens have been moved. And this good-looking Swedish farmer is now walking towards his chickies. And there they are. All in a bit of a semicircle. Free-range chickens with free-range eggs in the heart of Uddeholm, Hagfors Kommun. Now we're going to go in and have a look at the collection of the white eggs. So we go in now to the chickies and collecting the white eggs, and there they are. The farmer loving every minute of picking up his fresh laid eggs, ready for your table here in Hagfors Kommun. Well, that's what the chicken has got to say about the whole situation. Very interesting. The little daughter of the farmer here, come to see how her chickies are. All lined up in a row, eating their food. The forest behind them. The museum. Well, there we are. This wonderful little farmer with his chickens and, of course, his vegetables.